Welcome tech lovers, Ibrar here. Today I am going to cover Portr server setup. This is the part 2. If you not watched previous part, then watch that one first. Let's jump to the lab. Here we are going to set up server. So we need to understand prerequisite. You need to require one domain and one static IP server required, and Docker must be installed there, and Cloudflare account required. So let's see in the prerequisite. If you can see here on the Portr server setup prerequisite, a virtual machine with the Docker installed, DNS record you need to add, and Cloudflare API token required for SSL, and GitHub account credential. This is optional, you don't need it, and port you need to open, and port range need to open to accept the connection. So I have done these things. Let me show you. Okay, here you can see I already added. Here you can see already I already opened this URL, and you can see this URL, and added these things, required things. Okay, zone DNS read and zone DNS edit I already added, and include a specific zone, so I added my domain. Okay, also I created it. Next, GitLab auth not required, start the server. So let me show you other things as well. Okay, Portr required to 222 port and 3001 4001. Okay, so let me edit as well. Okay, here you can see I open the port 80 for anywhere, 443 for anywhere, and 4 times 2 basically it's required for server to accept incoming SSH connection. Also these things required. Okay, so I'm going to open this one, and 22 port to connect SSH. As of now I'm opening for anywhere SSH, that is not for best practices. Okay, it's done. Okay, so let's follow the installation. For installation, install the client, install the server. Okay, for the server, let's start the server. Quick follow. You can directly run this command. Okay, in services there are 4 services: KD, reverse proxy, admin for admin server, tunnel for tunnel, and Postgres for Postgres, and there are env, and you can generate encryption key using this command. Okay, so let's start the server deployment, and after that we will see. Okay, so I'm going to connect the server. I'm loading the profile demo. Okay, login, accept, final. Okay, let's maximize it. Okay, done. So we discuss prerequisite, and now we need to set up. Okay, so I'm going to set up the server. So I'm going to run command cd home ubuntu. I'm using AWS, so Ubuntu is the default user, and I'm going to clone the repo, whole repo here. Okay, git clone. Okay, done. cd portr, done. And now you can see there is no env, but there is one .env.template, so I'm going to copy it, cp-a .env template to .env. Okay, and let's open .env. Here you can see this is the default one, setup.env, there is no configuration, this is a template, so I'm going to set up this one. Okay, so I am pausing this video for complete setup to avoid video length. So here you can see I configured env, and these are optional, so I not did setup of it. And for the domain, yes, let me show you the domain. I already pointed that start.demo and pointed this IP. This is the AWS static IP, and I will delete it after completing the video. So you cannot access the domain, you cannot access the API key, you cannot access even anything. Okay, so don't worry about that. Okay, so I'm going to use the proxy.demo.ibraransari.net and Portr admin debug. So let's enable it. I want to press true to show you what is going on. And this is the default configuration. I did not change anything. And here the same domain which I added here, same domain is also here, and domain is the same, and in the end I added 222 port Cloudflare API token, which I already showed you, and Postgres database config for containers. So this is the env used in container and encryption key. Okay, I think that is done. Okay, so let's run the server. Env setup done. Docker compose up -d. Okay, it's going to create all the 4 services and keep it up running. Okay, it will take some time because it's going to use, let's encrypt a token to generate SSL from the Cloudflare, and it will store certificate. Let me show you in the Docker volume ls-lsh where lib docker volume and Portr kd data kd, and under the certificate directory. Here you can see it's generated a wildcard certificate to use it, because we are going to expose maximum services. That's the reason it is going to use wildcard certificate. Okay, so we have already opened 80443 port and 22 port, and everything seems fine. And let's see, yes, Docker compose is running. Then I'm going the env file. This is our domain. I'm going to access it. This is the admin panel. Here, this is Portr admin. Okay, domain admin. And for first time it is saying that you need to create super user account. So we not use GitHub. Let me create the domain. Okay, I'm going to use my main domain. Okay, admin @ and for simplicity I'm keeping it admin @123. Okay, I know you guys are going to try to access this domain, but after the demo it will be deleted. Okay, here you can see the overview connection, how you can access the client, set up the client and connection, how much connection is there, and you can create multiple user, and you can change your username and password. In the setting, this is the secret key which is used in the client connectivity, client to server connectivity. Okay, and one more thing here, you can see your team. So this is basically client. Let's say if you have multiple client, so you can set up based on your client. For that you need to create client from here. Okay, you can set up SMTP as well, and you can create client, let's say client A. Okay, I'm going to also create the client B also, client B. Okay, one more thing here, you can see this is not showing properly, and once you go here on the documentation page here, no, yeah, here you can see here this warning added by Amal Sazi that Portr is currently in beta, so expect bug and anticipate breaking change. Sometime you face any issue, but I am able to see only here, and I did setup and not found anything. That's the reason uh, it is working fine for me. Okay, can add multiple user here. Okay, so I think yes, one more thing here, uh, this admin provide also the API. Okay, you can use REST API as well. Okay, also the API health check endpoint, health check. Okay, let me try it out. Okay, so main domain is this one. Okay, you can see the health check of the API. So we have done the setup of Portr. Okay, I think everything seems is working fine. Let me check the running services. Okay, here you can see it's used 5432 to run the Postgres, and 2019 using by KD, and 8000 used by admin, and 222 used by the Portr D, which is daemon, and running for accept connection from the client. 443 is used by KD, which is reverse proxy, and it will accept connection from the client side and redirect to the 8000. Okay, okay, so yes, we have done. Yeah, in the connection section, once we set up the client, then we can see the connection. Okay, so we can set up the based on client. Let's see, I'm going to connect the client A. So okay, so I will make another part of the client configuration. Thank you for this part, and let me know what you guys think. If you have any question, leave a comment. Thank you very much. Have a nice day ahead. See you in the next one.